What moment made it clear you weren't the favorite child? I figured it out the night of my high school play. I was 17. I'd been practicing for months. Lead role, big deal for me. I wasn't a star athlete like my older sister. She had trophies, medals, newspaper clippings. Everyone knew her. This was my one thing, my night. I remember peeking through the curtain before it started. The auditorium was packed. I spotted my parents in the front row. My mom was holding flowers. I thought, finally, this is mine. The play started, and it went well. I didn't forget my lines. People laughed where they were supposed to, clapped at the right spots. When the final scene came, I was nervous but proud. The spotlight hit me. I delivered the last line, the music swelled, and the audience clapped loud. I bowed, grinning. For a second, I felt like I mattered. Then I saw my parents stand up. Not for me, but because my sister had just walked in late. She wasn't even there for most of it. She came straight from a soccer banquet still wearing her medal. The crowd shifted, people whispering, turning to look at her. My mom waved, my dad clapped for her like she'd just walked on stage. When the cast lined up to take our bows, my parents weren't even looking. They were hugging her in the aisle. I stood there, my face burning, bowing to strangers while my family fussed over someone who hadn't been in the play at all. Afterward, everyone's parents came backstage with flowers, cameras, hugs. My mom handed me the bouquet she'd brought, but her eyes never left my sister. She kept saying how proud she was that my sister had been named Athlete of the Year. My dad cut me off mid-sentence to ask my sister about the banquet food. I just stood there in my costume, sweat still dripping down my back, holding flowers that felt more like an afterthought. My friend's parents hugged me, told me I was amazing. Mine didn't even take a picture. On the car ride home, I sat in the back. My sister talked the whole time about the banquet, the medal, the speech she gave. My parents kept asking questions. Did the coach cry? Did the team cheer loud? I looked out the window, clutching the flowers in my lap, petals falling off one by one. When we got home, my mom put my sister's medal on the mantle, shiny, right in the center. She set my flowers on the kitchen counter next to the sink. By morning, they were wilted. The next day at school, kids came up to me saying the play was great. A teacher said I had talent. I went home excited to tell my parents. I found them at the table, talking about how proud they were of my sister, how she had a future in sports, how colleges would want her. Nobody asked me about the play, not once. 2 weeks later, the local paper ran a story about my sister. Star athlete wins big, full photo spread. The same paper had run a piece on the play too. My name was in the headline. I cut it out and left it on the counter, hoping they'd notice. It disappeared by the next morning. I found it crumpled in the trash under a cereal box. That was it. That was the moment. I realized nothing I did would ever outshine her. Didn't matter if I nailed every line, filled a whole auditorium, or had people standing to clap for me. At home, I'd always be background noise. And the worst part, I stopped trying after that.